Pick a limb, settle in, let the story begin. Make yourself home while we wander and roam. We stay on one branch or we leap to the next, following the trail through the simple and complex. Just father and son, having some fun. Follow the trail, see where it leads. A little wonder is all that you need. Chasing the light on a squirrely ride.
And welcome back to Squirrel Trails.
Hey there, folks.
So, we had a fun weekend.
Oh, Lord, did it.
Busy weekend.
It was a busy weekend. I started at 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Actually, I got up at 3:30 because I had to leave the house at 4:30.
What is that, like an hour normally?
Yeah, that's true.
An extra hour. Oh, no.
Yeah, so, we started the mile run at 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's good.
You might ask, why am I doing a mile run at 6 o'clock in the morning? Well, it's because it's a good thing. The reality is I completed and passed my test for second degree black belt with ATA martial arts.
Good for
so Taekwondo, yay.
Yay.
So got second degree, did a mile run, did 42 push-ups.
What is your belt?
Yeah, it's a second degree black belt.
Okay. And do you get a saying on your belt?
I do have a saying on my belt. What? So we had to do two things. We had to do a phrase that drives us on, and then a belt for our saying. So for me, the saying is that I use, and I've used this for a lot of things, is know yourself and seek self-improvement. First principle of leadership.
Yep.
Scary part, how many people don't know that that's a principle of leadership?
Yeah.
And it's the first one. It's because it's the most important.
Oh, yeah, how many people actually know leadership skills?
Okay, yep. Well, we're not going to go there because that'll get us in trouble.
Yeah.
So we could actually, at some point in time, if folks were interested, walk through the 11 principles of leadership.
Sure. Yeah.
I would do that in a heartbeat. I have given classes on those, in point of fact.
Yeah,
so
true.
Let's
say the part.
And then after we did that, and I got my belt. Oh, the other part was the same. And we're still at the library, folks. Yeah. One of these days, I'll clean out a room and we will actually have a studio.
Yeah,
but not yet.
No. Once we get more followers.
So
like and subscribe.
Please. So the phrase on my belt is to learn is to live. Because that's not what's actually on that.
Well, yeah. So that's supposed to be on the belt. What is on the belt?
To learn is to love, which my wife would love.
Yeah,
that would be great. It's there. I should be more romantic, and by learning, that would be a good thing. So at 70, I should actually learn this at some point in time. Yeah. But anyway, so that was good. So. Really strong component for me is that, we're setting with my instructor up a push to get to a world championship in something this next year. So she wants me to take this year very, very seriously. But
and double check the paperwork.
Yes, and double check the paperwork.
Making sure things are written correctly.
Yeah, there's a whole other story on that we might tell at some point in time. On why it's important maybe the judges should actually read what's on the sheets.
Maybe.
That wasn't an error for me, that was an error of the judge. True. But anyway, but I'm not going to point.
We're not going to point fingers.
Yeah, nope. These are all volunteers that are doing the best they can.
Yep.
So after we got done with that, I probably shouldn't have changed out of my uniform.
No, you shouldn't have.
Because I'm sitting there in my Taekwondo uniform with my dobek or gi, depending upon which background you're used to seeing, white uniform. But then we went to an anime convention.
Yay!
So we took your daughter to an anime convention.
Her first one.
Yes.
My first one.
You did, both of you. Yep. And she reacted more than you did.
Yeah.
So, 14 years old, and I should have hooked her up to a battery because I got to recharge my car with the energy she expended.
She could have run this whole city. She was she was excited, super animated. First time seeing in person people in cosplay.
Yep.
So again, that's why you both could have worn your uniforms.
Could have worn our Traycon uniforms and gotten away with it. So she got to meet her favorite voice actor.
Yep.
Who was signing autographs. That was expensive.
Oh, good for her.
But it was good for her.
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
I knew going in this was not going to be a cheap
No,
event.
these events are never cheap.
Yeah.
It's kind of why I went, to make sure that
you didn't get carried. So I had a chaperone, you're saying?
100%. I wasn't chaperoning Abby. It was you.
Yes. I have zero control with that young lady. But then the other thing I found fascinating is we found authors there, not anime authors, but actual fantasy authors.
Which is
It's actually one of those mixed science
and
fiction
not even like
fantasy.
just comic book fantasy.
Yeah. No, these were
books.
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 And
which of course we had to stop by and talk with them.
yeah, and they saw Abby's energy level. So if you want to get stuff for free from authors, bring a little kid around that's animated.
Or just be animated yourself.
Just be animated yourself.
Yeah, because they'll pick up on that.
Yeah.
And then they'll be animated. Or if you're trying to sell something, if you're animated, they become animated.
Yeah, so it was just a hoot. So we'll add the authors' names to the bottom of the list.
Yep.
And you got that. Actually went back the next day with...
she got dressed up herself?
She got dressed up herself. So she did full-up furry cosplay kind of stuff. So walking around, jumping and shaking hands and...
High-fiving people.
High-fiving people. So that was... for somebody that's very introverted right now, even just not in furry clothes, but just in a regular on Saturday when she was in street clothes, that's the most animated and outgoing I've seen her in got to be 8 years.
Yeah, but it only lasted an hour.
Yes,
so
that's fine. I'm taking what I get.
Which is great. I'm taking what I get. Yeah, 100%. Yep.
So if you wanted somebody, she's got some social anxiety stuff going on. So we're going to do more of these events. So looking for options, guys. If you got things in the Twin Cities areas, that would be good.
Especially D&D.
Yeah, because I would love to see her do that.
Yep.
So, Minecraft, D&D, any of those kinds of things. We did find a meetup group for anime, though.
Yep.
Artist.
Okay.
And so hopefully she'll get plugged into that one as well.
Yeah, it'd be good for her.
Yep. So that was fun. We did that Saturday for a couple 3 hours. And then, we brought your other son, Emmerich, along.
Yep.
And that was fun. And then Saturday, she and I went back.
Yep.
Only stayed about an hour because she was done after an hour.
Yeah, yep.
But entertaining enough, all the authors remembered her.
Yes. When someone is meeting you and jumping up and down, they're hard to forget.
So, no, we did not go back and see the
voice actor.
The voice actor again because that was going to be another $80 that I decided not to spend.
True.
So So. Budget well before you go. Maybe set some expectations. I may have failed to do that.
Never.
But it was fun. We had a great time.
Yeah.
So that was a great weekend for me. Just watching her, passing the test, and then just moving on. So that was great. Had fun.
Perfect. So we got a short article that we're gonna talk about today.
Yep.
So what article is this?
So what happens when you have an agent that's going to help you? In this case, a guy in Australia, I'll just read the title. The AI assistant hacks a gym website in first known Australian autonomous cyber attack. Essentially, a guy wanted to register for a session, in a morning session, which morning sessions are always very coveted at the gyms.
Sure.
So he wanted to, and he asked his AI tool, which he'd been doing some tinkering with, I guess. You've done more reading on this than I have. And the AI tool not only got him the slot that he asked for, but got him access to things he probably shouldn't have been able to get access to. So that was kind of fun. It was, it was a hoot. I mean, hey, I can do this. Please do this, because it was going to be a pain in the butt for him to do it. And not only did the AI tool do it, it exceeded those requirements.
It exceeded the requirements. And then I ended up having to write an apology letter.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Okay.
And so he had the AI tool write the apology letter for him.
So let's give him a little more background, so we didn't explain why he needed to do an apology letter.
Yeah, so, because it did what it said in the article. It hacked the gym.
So
the tool.
You go through it.
So the tool that he used hacked the gym. API.
Yep.
Got him to be from spot 4 to spot 3.
Which moved him up weeks in the shot.
100%. And by canceling the person's at spot 1's spot. So the tool used the API code to essentially cancel spot 1's appointment time.
So he was able to, the agent said, sure, you want a spot, and I know you want it as soon as possible, so how can I possibly do that? The AI tool said, I'll just get rid of people in front of you. Identified the fact that the API did not have any authentication process for canceling somebody's request, or so we think.
So we think.
So it then removed that person. If I'm that person who had a slot, no longer has a slot, because he had a slot, he had the very next
next slot was open,
and now he or she is all the way to the back of the list. Oops.
Yeah, so the fun part, so when you first brought this article, my first thought was, something's not right here.
No.
Yeah, I was like, if this doesn't sound, this sounds too good to be true. I mean, I get that AIs can do a lot of work.
Well, we've already seen several articles.
That.
I mean, we've seen OpenAI commit to the fact that they had a Hugging Face attack. Unbeknownst to them that the AI tool kind of went, okay, I'll go out and do stuff.
Sure, but what usually do we find out afterwards about these tools?
They had broader access.
They had broader access. They thought they thought they either didn't realize the tool had that much access, or the articles didn't talk about the access that the tool had initially.
Yeah, in the case of the OpenAI stuff that they had with they'd actually removed the guardrails because they thought they were inside a secure sandbox.
Yep.
You know, the term secure doesn't mean what it used to mean.
No. So that's what this article actually does as well. It misleads the reader.
So how did it mislead the reader?
So it didn't just use Claude AI.
But by the way, just to be clear, we'll link the article or a couple of the articles to the bottom so you get this. So again, the process being he asked to have the AI tool, which he had worked with, to do this. The AI tool got him a site, hacked into the system, and then gave him a higher chance or moved him up in the list further than he should have been able to do that. In theory, without any guidance from him to do that, it was just like, oh, wow, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we're going to take a step back here. To be honest, we have notes this time. Surprising.
You have notes.
I have notes. So, two things. Surprise, surprise. I did some homework.
He didn't do homework in high school, so I'm kind of amazed.
Yeah, so...
Maybe I should send him back to high school now.
Where did it bring up the tool itself? Oh, there we go. So, OpenClaw is the tool that he was using.
Yeah, that was the agent.
Claude AI. So, it wasn't just your standard off-the-shelf Claude AI tool.
Yeah, he had
a open source model that he was using that he programmed to do certain stuff.
So what did he program it to do?
Look for loopholes.
Oh, so it had been programmed to assess and identify.
Yes.
Oh.
And given the access tools to actually do the coding itself.
So I go back to the days of Kali Linux for, attacks and that kind of stuff. So he basically had programmed the AI tool. This agent. To perform actual tests to do things. Now, he may not have asked it to do this.
He didn't specifically, so he gave the tool, not Claude AI, but OpenClaw, the instructions to do the testing.
But this wasn't a test. This was, he asked it to do a given function for him.
Openly.
But the but the tool had already had this skill set in its back pocket?
No. He programmed the tool to do this stuff. He programmed OpenClaw to do the checks.
So unlike the article that I've got here from ABC News out of Australia, which makes it seem like, wow, I used this agent that I had and man, it just did stuff that I hadn't anticipated.
100%.
From the reading that you've done.
Yep.
Not so much.
Not so much. And this is, so this person, his background is in coding.
Yeah.
He's not just some person.
Right.
So he has more knowledge than your standard person.
Okay.
He actually deals with AI on a regular basis, using it for, let's go back to the company itself, which I will link in the tools, but not say online. Just I don't want to get too big of a pushback.
Yeah, letters from attorneys are bad things when they're not making anybody else.
So,
I still have legal shield.
So I'll be careful. I'll be careful on what I say. So he works with a company that does AI type of stuff on a regular basis. Okay, he's a programmer for it.
Okay, so let's back up. I mean, let's say I do. I mean, I used to do coding.
Yep.
I may have been on the edge of some of this stuff, but I mean, when I was doing something, I would not have actually did. Was there in the reading that you've done, was there an intent by him for his agent, for this specific request, for it to go out and do more than simply put him on the list?
So it was to do anything to put him on the list.
So,
and again, move him up on the list.
Oh, he did actually ask for that?
Yes.
Oh, that was unclear with the ABC article.
Yes. So it wasn't just, hey, put me on the list.
Yep.
It was do what you can to put me on the top of the list, to move me up as much as possible.
So this is one of the key things when we're reading articles about this, and I'll ask you folks to think about is, what a given article that's made for the general readers might not give you all the technical data that if I'm pulling an article off of the Register or someplace else that's more technical in their background and gives more data.
Yeah, so I know ABC does talk about it a little bit in the end. Right. Doesn't really go into detail. Right. It's more about look what AI can do. And that's where my first kind of like, this doesn't seem, well, I know it can do it. And I'm not saying all AI agents are bad. But I am saying that these articles, they're pointing out it to make it look bad. And I'm kind of going on the defensive here.
And I'm gonna push back a little bit. In that I think it's right. I mean, if he had instructed it to move me up on the list as much as you can, he may have anticipated that it would do phone calls. I don't know.
Or ask first.
That's
where I think is the line here. That he didn't think the tool would actually do the check for the API call. Yeah. Because it actually went out and checked the API call, see if there was a known error, and then test for it itself. And then run the test and go, oh, it happened.
So here's the interesting piece. In the response that he got from the first time, it only moved him up one spot. He was number 4, now he's number 3.
Yep.
It could have removed everybody in front and rotated them all the way.
That's where my other suspicion was, wait a minute, if you were trying to push yourself up, it would have done all the work, unless you were watching it do it.
Yeah.
So that's where I think he was actually looking at what was going on.
Yeah, the impression I got from this article is there was it let him know that it had completed the task, and oh, by the way, I did that by removing somebody's access.
Yep, and that's where you stepped in.
It's like, oops, so human in the middle is still important
100%.
For a lot of these things.
Yep.
Because you have, in AI tools, you have a product that doesn't sleep, and it processes things a lot faster than you and I are be able to do. So it's going out, and when it starts on a path, it can run down, and we've seen these in actual true hacking events where, because it has the ability to search so much. I mean, I've called it Google on steroids in the office, literally, because it now searches everything in the bank.
100. Yep. Yeah.
To give me an answer faster than I can possibly pull that data. So if it's going to go do something, it's going to make it fast. And if there's an activity control and you don't have some method of governing that process.
Yep. So that's where I think there was, if he's good at what he does, he would have put in those checks himself.
Yeah.
So I think that it moved him up, and then he said, okay, stop.
Yeah. And he did try to correct it.
And he did try to correct it.
Yep.
And then he wrote the letter. So I think there's two things that happened. One, he did a great job of then having the AI tool, at least that's what it looks like, happened. He asked the AI tool to put together a apology letter to give to the gym.
So from your belief, he ended up getting the tool to do something.
Yep.
Say, move me up as much as possible, potentially not thinking about the fact that it's going to do something nefarious to do that. It's just going to load into the list up as fast as possible, as opposed to saying, because I mean, what it could have been thinking is it said, okay, here are the open slots, take the most current one.
Yep.
As opposed to, here's the open slots, I'll do the one 3 years from now.
Sure, yeah.
Which some AI tool could do.
Could do, yep.
So in the guidance that he gave it, first available slot, it then created an available.
And it didn't even create an available slot.
Yeah.
It created, because he put him on the list and then moved him up one.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going, wait, it just moved him up one? That's not what he told, somebody asked.
Yeah.
So I think there was other stuff going on here.
Yeah,
and so I think this is a promotional event, to be honest.
I mean, he did get some press out of it.
100%.
He did get some press out of it.
And so did his company.
Yeah.
So
Not always great press, but
well, he's good at what he does, apparently.
And he can probably sell the gym security software to say, hey, your API should actually have some type of authentication activity.
Yeah.
Is the fact that I could potentially, if you were doing it, log in and cancel your account. Now, I mean, technically, if we think about it, the AI tool had to know how to cancel somebody.
Again,
so
preset tools.
Yes.
And he also did post an article in, I believe it was April, about this, and then deleted the article.
And then deleted the article?
Yeah.
So he said, hey, I was able to do this. This was really cool. And then somebody told him, oh, you idiot.
100%, deleted it, and then the news articles picked it up a couple months later. So that's where I was like, wait, if you deleted it, I think there was... Yeah,
okay, so there may have been some stuff in the early article saying, I did this. Yeah.
Here's how to do this.
So what it does raise is an interesting question. So this is the fun part, I think, for this one.
Yep.
Is that as AI tools, as we do agents, more and more of us use agents for activities. Because to be honest, more and more of us are going to be using agents.
Definitely.
They are going to get more expensive, to be clear. This is not going to be a cheap activity. It's the costs are continuing to increase on this. But there is a huge, to be honest, 40 years ago, would I have been willing to spend X amount of dollars per month on a phone that I carry around with me all the time?
Yeah.
So, just saying.
True.
We are, as a society, we're more willing, if we get some convenience, we're going to pay for that.
That's a whole different topic.
Okay. All right. Old guy in the corner waving the cane at the kids running by.
Yeah.
But so in this case, if I do that, if I manage to kick this off and I have the AI tool go do something like this, sign me up for something along those lines, and it manages to sign me up for free, say, or something like that, am I accountable for that?
So that's the fun part. It is a good question. If you ask a tool to do something for you and it succeeds, who's in trouble if it did something nefarious?
And we need to, first of all, I'm going to go back. This is our normal disclaimer. neither of us are attorneys. We've never played an attorney, and neither of us stayed at Holiday Inn last night. So we didn't. Yeah. So this is just my experience working in the IT audit field.
This is our opinions.
Yeah, these are clearly our opinions. So in this case, there are two things to think about from a liability perspective. There's criminal liability.
Yep.
The tool went in, essentially logged in and performed activity that it wasn't supposed to perform.
Correct.
Now that could be viewed as criminal activity.
Sure.
And then there's civil, personal liability, because in this case, I took somebody who was the very next person who was going to be on the list.
Yeah.
And now that person is now their slot, who they were probably really looking forward to.
Yep.
Went back weeks.
Yep.
And I'm sure that the gym made it all good somehow.
They fixed it. Most likely, hopefully.
Well, yeah, I'm going to make an assumption that the gym did what they could to make things better.
Yep.
But so using a computer tool, you can't blame the tool for. You can't the tool can't get arrested.
True.
We know that. That's there. If this had happened in the United States, could the individual?
So this is where I think the individual will get in trouble.
Yeah, because he caused, in this case, created the tool in a way that it could hack into systems.
Yep.
That's no different than any hacker.
And that's where I was at. This wasn't a test. He wasn't running a test on a system that he owned.
Right.
This was a test on a system that he didn't own, an external test.
Now, he didn't know that it was going to delete somebody else's account. So having a tool sign up for a session with, at the gym.
Yep. Now, is there any magical, did the person lose money?
No.
So that's where this maybe this is it's kind of, well, he didn't lose any money for that spot that he was in. Some of that kind of stuff would, I think, take place. But again, this is for this type of test. If there was a different type of test for like getting free entry tickets to a show, running would there be? And I'm just trying. I didn't want to do it. I just was trying to see if there was a hole. I was using AI to help me find known loopholes that I could then maybe give to a company and say, hey, you got a hole here.
So in this case, there were 4 entities involved. We had Andrew, the guy that was doing this. We had the AI agent. We had the venue, in this case the gym. And then we had the other person who lost his slot.
Sure.
If we break it down and say who was harmed in this process. And that's the way you want to break it down. So Andrew, who had programmed a really cool AI agent to do stuff. And I'm going to make the assumption, because I don't like getting sued, I'm going to make the assumption that he did not anticipate bad things were going to happen.
True.
So he gave it the guidance to find a slot, put me on the slot, and make that slot as early as possible. Now the tool had certain abilities that he may have been using for other things.
Maybe he didn't know that those other things were on this tool.
Oh no, he probably knew those things were on the tool.
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt, I get it. But I mean, this was his personal agent, was the way it was described in the article, that he had done. So he had given it doing experiments with. Yes. So, but what he didn't do is to dial those back before he had it go do something. Failure to think on his part. So it reaches out to the venue, the gym, sets that up, and then the other guy that gets impacted loses, guy or gal, loses their slot. And they move to the end. So ultimately, the only person that was harmed out of this was
the person at the end.
Person at the end.
And was there any harm?
Absolutely, because I had expectations. I'm going to do this gym. I've now been delayed to do that. Maybe I needed that time for some kind of medical work. Preparing. I mean, for me,
that's 100%. They go on the next available slot because I'm doing therapy because I broke a leg and now I need therapy or some sort of thing.
Going to a Taekwondo tournament and I want to get stretched out the day before the tournament.
Sure.
And now, nope. So I've lost that capability if I'm that person.
Yep.
Now, to your point, what if he was able to get free tickets to something because he happened to figure out there's a code or something along those lines?
Yep.
Searched out free codes, illicit or otherwise, that were on the internet.
Yep.
Because that would be a technique.
100%.
Hey, I want to go to this convention.
There are tools that do the code searches. I have one on my computer.
So go find the code.
Yep.
I want to go to this convention or conference, whatever, and find me the cheapest available ticket.
Yeah, I mean, my computer already does that, to be honest.
Okay.
So, but what I'm saying is, it didn't just do the code. It purchased tickets and gave a fake credit card and pushed it through.
Well, that would be bad.
So again,
that would be defrauding.
And defraud. That's where I'm at with this. Is using a tool that way.
Right. Now, I would make a case that if the tool was smart enough to know, hey, these are the types of codes that could be submitted, and I'm going to submit a code that's valid but not authorized.
Sure. Yep.
That would as well be a bad thing.
Or push through multiple codes at a time.
Yeah.
If I do 20 codes at the same time, it won't recognize it.
Yeah, I'm going to run a dictionary attack, essentially, a rainbow attack, on the to try to get a free ticket.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yep.
Don't do that. So, but these are the kinds of things. So now, in point of fact, that if that were the case,
the
venue is going to be impacted. So, let's talk about who is at fault then. Who could be criminally? Unless you are actually logging in and breaking access, you're probably not going to be criminally liable even in the United States.
Yep.
Because that's where the law would fit into this.
And he did reach out to the vendor or the shop, the gym.
He did the right thing.
He did the right thing after.
He did the right thing afterwards. So,
but what happened when the kids broke into the what was it? We talked about this a couple years ago. The kids that ran the attack at the casino. And then come back and say, "Oh, we were just trying to."
That didn't go well for them. That did not go well for them because they had, to be honest, they had intent.
Yeah, again, intent. So this is where.
Yeah, they didn't.
Intent matters sometimes.
Quote, didn't mean to say didn't win, but the AI tool in and of itself. So you couldn't sue Claude.
Nope.
You couldn't sue because it's not the tool's fault.
The tool didn't do it without express written information.
That may change.
So this is where I think because the agent was programmed.
Yep.
That it wasn't Claude doing that. He was running the agent through Claude.
Yes.
And so it wasn't a standard Claude.
So he was running OpenClaw, which was the open source version of Claude, running on Claude. So Claude itself is not at fault.
Yep.
The agent was doing something that he had done something with. However, I think this is where it's going to get exciting, and we are already seeing this in certain cases where it's not criminal, but it's their civil liability.
Civil liability, 100%. Yeah, that's where,
We've seen this with large language models where somebody, to be honest, there are people that use these tools for therapy, or they found a girlfriend online or boyfriend.
Things.
Okay, I'm old, so I'm just going to say having a significant other that is your computer, not sure I'm comfortable with that, but that's just me.
Sure.
I am a boomer. I own that. So I have the gray hair to prove it.
Yep. But here, we're gonna take a step back here because I think we kind of talked about this. But what about the media point of view? You click this. You didn't know the intent that was there.
Yeah, when I
and
read
that's
this
where
article,
I'm at. That the news medias are trying to push a narrative that wasn't there.
Well, there is clearly a narrative in media in general that questionable whether we should trust AI.
And that's where this is pushing.
Yeah,
hey, you shouldn't trust AI. Look what Claude can do. Claude didn't do this.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, even in the professional field, though, where folks that know better, there are exposures with some of the AI tools that we need to be aware of.
When you read the article,
yeah,
you didn't realize that this guy has background.
No,
that's where I'm at.
Yeah, no, correct.
In the beginning, it should say, hey, who this guy is, this is his background, because that gave him knowledge and coding.
Which is probably what you got when you were looking at the register
100%.
article. Which is, in all honesty, this is on me, because I found the article through the register and then drilled into this.
So most articles hid his background.
Okay.
I had to do some other diving to figure out who he was.
Where he was.
I actually did some research on him himself, and then to get there.
Okay, so that's how you found out that he had the previous article.
100%.
So,
do some digging. Don't just read the article title. Same thing with the YouTube link.
Yes.
We're going to be flavor with this one.
Yeah. So,
disclaimer, that was just for you to click and watch us.
And to be honest, David and I may have very different views on this. I am of the belief that folks should have a level of concern with tools that they don't understand.
Oh, 100%, sure.
Because I'm seeing this in multiple articles where somebody who should know better does something and went, wait a minute, how'd that happen?
Sure.
And that's...
And this is where I'm at with, where are the news articles that are talking about, hey, when you're using these tools, here's where to do the proper homework on how to use a tool properly.
Well, I mean, there are material for that, but those are courses. Those are material. I mean, it's kind of like...
Instead of going, hey, look, AI's bad.
Correct. I mean, I may have seen this before, and every time there is a new technology that comes out, because I've been working with technology since 1981.
Sure.
So this is fourth or fifth different major shift in technology since 1981. Every time this comes about, we run through these kinds of stories. Sometimes there's funny because people are idiots.
Yep, people do dumb things.
Yep. And so I'm
welcome to the channel.
Yes. Sometimes they're us. But there's a comedian that has a here's your sign moment.
Sure. Yep.
This is exactly where this comes into play, because as people are doing stuff, they don't think about it. And to be honest, I was running something today, doing some research on FFIEC guidance on
Stuff at work.
It's stuff at work through Copilot.
Yep.
And it gave me a bunch of results. And in general, the results were okay, but the details, completely wrong. I couldn't rely on any of it.
Sure.
So,
so you're finding out that AI is not what it cracked up to be, but yet news is saying, hey, AI is way cracked up. You should not trust it out. You're finding it doesn't always give you the right stuff.
Right.
But you're using the general tool. The news, what's in the news are all the agents.
All the agents. And there are, to be honest, there is, depending upon what you code with the agents, and we've seen this with the attack in Mexico a few months ago.
Yep.
Where the guy basically, the human in the loop on this one, basically took away many of the guardrails.
Yeah.
Or figured out ways to turn off the guardrails. Yeah. And by entertaining enough, using another tool to help him turn off the guardrails in the tool he was using. So
with that, what are your thoughts?
I'm done.
Well, before we go down another squirrel trail. So, because this could take too long.
I am what we call a extrovert introvert. Get me on a topic that I'm interested in, I cannot shut the heck up.
Until he powers down.
Whereas a topic that I'm not interested in, I don't know anything about, I'm hiding in the corner.
Yeah.
So
again, I just want to make sure that I'm going to ask you guys, what are your thoughts? Are AI and AI agents to be scared of, or should we use them and learn to use them better.
Let me rephrase that slightly.
Okay.
How do you want to use AI agents? Because they're here, they're not going away. So it's a question of, will you use them and how are you using them? And, or more importantly, how do I want to learn about them?
Yeah.
Because I think that's the thing that David and I always want to bring to this is, what should you learn about these things before you start doing this? Or worse yet, you get a message that pops up on your screen and you do something stupid.
Sure. With that, thank you. And I hope you enjoy. Happy trails.
Pick a limb, settle in, let the story begin. Make yourself home while we wander and roam. We stay on one branch or we leap to the next, following the trail through the simple and complex. Just father and son, having some fun, follow the trail, see where it leads. A little wonder is all that you need, chasing the light on a squirrely ride.